Hello, my name is Subhashish Roy. I'm the Senior Network Analyst at the Indian Cybersecurity Solution, and I welcome you all to this quick webinar on building scalable applications on Azure and best practices and strategies for scalability. So we know that cloud offers a range of options, so it is scalable enough to host different app services, different applications on AWS as well as on Azure platform. So what are the steps to host any application there? What are the options? Let's discuss. Scalability in the cloud, building applications with Azure. That is our topic for today. So we'll explore the concept of scalability in the cloud and how to build applications with Azure. So as we know that Azure offers certain network functionalities, also it has some application development features like web app development, like mobile app development, website hosting capabilities. All these things are there in the Azure itself, and we'll discuss best practices and key considerations for maximizing performance and efficiency of this cloud. Now, understand the scalability. What does scalability means? It is the ability of a system to handle increasing workload by adding more resources. So, scalable means like auto scaling. Too much load is there on your server, and your number of server instances increase, or your number of resources, hardware resources, go up, like virtual CPU, RAM, hard disk, etc. So, it is like your network is always scalable, is always in expanding mode. It never actually contracts. It is always expanding. In the cloud, this means dynamically adjusting capacity to meet demand. So if there is high demand, say high load is coming to your cloud server, and you are seeing that the server may crash. So in that case, definitely you should build some scalable apps so that your load is actually balanced among those applications. It is crucial for meeting user needs and ensuring reliability. Azure services for scalability. So Azure offers different services, a range of services for building scalable apps, including Azure App Service, Azure Functions, Azure Kubernetes. These are the different services that are there to build your apps. Each service provides unique capabilities for managing workloads and resources. Now, scaling strategies. Implementing horizontal scaling by adding more instances, like I was talking about, in auto scaling manner. Then, horizontal means your number of instances grow, and vertical scaling by increasing resources, hardware resources, that are common strategies for achieving scalability. Now, Azure provides tools for seamless scaling. Now, designing for scalability means when designing applications for the cloud, it's important to consider factors such as load balancing, auto scaling, and resilience. And proper architecture and use of Azure service can definitely ensure seamless scalability. So, if you have a load balancer, then what will it do? It will just distribute the load among, say, the number of instances. And auto scaling, sometimes it is performed with the load balancer. You can do without load balancer as well, but it is better to go with load balancer also. Continuous monitoring and optimization are essential for maintaining scalability. So utilize Azure Monitor and Azure Advisors to gain insights and make informed decisions for best performance. Resilience and fault tolerance, that is also important. So you should have some fault tolerant or backup measures there. Building resilient applications with Azure services such as Azure Load Balancer again, and Azure Traffic Manager, which distributes the web traffic, that ensures fault tolerance and high availability, critical for scalable solutions. Case studies for scalable applications. You should examine real world case studies of successful scalable applications built with Azure, and it provides valuable insights and best practices for implementing scalability in diverse scenarios. Security considerations should be there. Scalable applications must prioritize security, that is paramount to your cloud in any sort of development, to protect against potential threats and vulnerabilities. Leveraging Azure Security Center and Azure Sentinel enhances security posture. So these are two different services, security services that you have, that is like a defender of your network. So definitely it increases your security infrastructure. Performance optimization, optimizing application performance is integral to scalability, leveraging Azure Cache and Azure Content Delivery Network, Azure CDN, that enables you to cache your web content in any edge location, original edge cache. So that is important for lowering your latency. If you are having too much latency or access time for a web server, let's say, so in that case, you will lose a lot of money. So, in order to prevent that, you should deploy CDN, and it can significantly enhance speed and responsiveness for users. Best practices summary. In summary, building scalable applications with Azure requires a comprehensive understanding of scalability concepts, use of Azure services strategically, and adherence to best practices for performance and reliability. We can conclude that the cloud offers unprecedented opportunities for building scalable applications, and Azure provides a robust platform for achieving stability and scalability. By embracing best practices and leveraging Azure services, every organization can unlock the full potential of scalable solution. So that is about the Azure scalability, about the application as a whole. And now we will discuss about, in particular, in Azure web app development. What is the Azure web app features that you can find? We'll master the development of Azure web apps. So if you are deploying any website, any web apps, then you have to use this web app feature. And we'll explore best practices, tools, and techniques for creating scalable and secure web application. Azure Web App Basics means understand the fundamentals of Azure Web Apps is crucial for successful development. And we'll cover deployment options, what are the scaling strategies, and integration with other Azure services of this web app. Ensuring robust security for Azure Web App is essential. So definitely, if you are deploying any app, say website, any web hosting, you are hosting any web app, then definitely the security is paramount. And definitely we'll discuss the best practices for implementing authentication, authorization, and secure communication, like the AAA authentication, authorization, and accounting. This is very much integral to your Azure web app and any security framework to protect your application and data. Optimizing performance. Yes, if you have deployed any web app, then maximize the performance of your Azure web app is definitely key to delivering a seamless user experience. So we'll explore techniques for caching, like the load balancing and optimizing database queries. So these are very optimum for your best performance. Implementing continuous deployment practices can streamline the development and release process for your Azure web app. So DevOps tools are needed, automated testing and deployment pipelines. So all these things should be integrated into Azure framework. Monitoring and diagnosis, their effective monitoring and diagnostics are crucial for maintaining the health and performance of Azure web app. So we'll explore the logging, metric calculation, and troubleshooting techniques. So definitely you should monitor or health check the web applications there. If you have hosted in web app or mobile app, you should have a proper understanding of its health. Scaling strategies, scaling our Azure web app to meet varying demand is essential for high availability and performance. Now we'll discuss vertical scaling, horizontal scaling that we have already discussed, and auto scaling options. So we can conclude that we have gained valuable insights in mastering the Azure web app development and apply these best practices and techniques to create robust, scalable, and secure web applications on Azure. So if we master the skills of building this Azure web app and mobile app applications, so definitely our applications will definitely be scalable. We'll be able to deploy these applications for commercial usage, and also we have to use the full potential of this cloud. So now I will go to the console. Actually, this is the Azure App Services that you can see. And if you type the App Services, then you will have different options. Like if you just type the web app, See these app services, there are different things, web app, Kubernetes, different services. Just click on this. You can create the web app, the static web app, or the database with the web app. Say you are hosting a static website. So in that case, in AWS, we used to have this S3 bucket to host the static web pages. Now here in this Azure, you have to create static web app. So here you have to give the web app name and plan type, free, standard, or dedicated, and then source where you have got that web app from the GitHub, from Azure DevOps, or some other platforms. So definitely you have to create the web app. You have to actually build the code for the web app, for static web app. You have to do some programming there, and then you can do it. So let's say if I create a web app, say I 123 or something, and then you go to the advanced option, and you have to select the functions and staging details, the region, uh, tags, and then you can create, actually you can create the static web app. So then you have to code it, you have to deploy the codes for this web app, otherwise the web apps will not function. But you can definitely add some web apps, you can definitely add some web pages to the web apps later. So then you just click on create, and it's being created. Here you are. So that is, your deployment is complete, and you go to the resource. So that is your app. You can view app in browser. So your app is definitely functioning because you have got a domain name, and also you have deployed the web app successfully. Now, definitely you have to code it instead of static app from CLI or VS Code or static web app. So anyway, you have to code it. Then only your web apps or web applications will be hosted on the server. So it's definitely running, and you can see that different type of options are coming. You can also connect it with the database. So there are many options there in the web app platforms. So again, if you go to the app services, then you create that. You can create web app, static web app. You can go to the first service, web app. So static web app is for static website hosting actually, and in the web app you can actually code it, and you can also publish it to the container, or you can publish it to the static web app. So there are many options in the web app, and it is actually the same one. So you just need to go to the web app name and give any name, and you can also use a container to store that. That is a Docker container, or you can select a different language. See, these are different languages coming, so you have to select the language with which your this web app will be created. PHP, Python, all these languages are there, and then you have to code it. You have to select the plans if you are deploying it in the Linux machine. So different plans are there. You have to select that, and then go to the deployment phase, and then you have to, if you have the GitHub account, so then you can fetch it from there. Otherwise you have to create it your own. Enable public access on or off, everything will be there. And monitoring, that I was talking about, there should be a constant monitoring of this uh, web apps. If you want, you can click on yes, and you just review and create your web app. So your web app will be created. So it is creating the web app for now. It will take some time. Actually, it's taking the ASP.NET service. Actually, it will be completed soon, as you are seeing that it is creating this web app. Yes, now it is deployed, and if you go to the resource, then see that this web app is successfully running. And you can also get the details of this web app, and you can also go to the browse. Then web app is running and waiting for a content. So actually you have to build it with Python with the deployment center. You have to code it now to build the proper web app. So the service is running, so this way you can start deploying your web app. So we have actually discussed theoretical and practically both how to build a scalable web applications in your Azure platform. And I think you have got a better understanding of the scalable applications on Azure. I have shown you practically also, and also we have discussed the theory aspects of this building scalable applications on Azure platform. It has different features like web app, mobile app, many features, app services. So that is it for today that I have on this topic. I will come with some new topic next day. And thanks for joining this webinar once again. And till now,